get my girl. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. How come? Oh, why does it do that? Welcome. Welcome back. I'm back from the party. This is not what I wore to the party. I wore something else. But this is not what I wore. Anyway, I just come on here for a second. I just come on here for a second. I don't want my lips looking ashy while I'm on live stream. But yeah. So anyway, I went to the party today. I It took me 51 minutes to get downtown with my sister to the party. 51 minutes of pure hell. Snow all over the highway, people just driving in any lane, they don't give a damn. Almost died sent by a semi truck and a crazy driver. It was a lot. The event itself was nice. It was a nice event. The food was decent. Everybody was nice. It was cool. I had me two rum and cokes. I asked the bartender for a lemon drop. He said we ain't got all that. You don't have no lemon drop? So I had to get a rum and coke or whatever. And I didn't get to get lit, but the dance floor, everybody that was on the dance floor, the people on every time I'm doing great. You know when they have these events, these company parties and stuff, you know, they always play the old music from the 80s. Call your name. I don't know how you say it. They always play music from the 80s as if black people stopped making music after night didn't make no more music after the 80s. They playing Michael Jackson, Prince, the Cha Cha Slide, stuff like that. It's like, why do company parties do that? Why do they always play music from the 80s? I think it's because I really don't know. Maybe because it's considered safe music. Maybe the music of today is just too much. It's just too much for them to play. You know, or everybody connects with, or maybe all the songs from the 80s and stuff are more popular and familiar. You know, but what does that say about music now? It means none of the music now is good enough. It is popular enough. Music today is not that popular like it used to be. When a song came out years ago, it went big. It was everywhere for months, years. But now they make songs now. You play it once and then you never play it again. There are no songs that I got in my phone that I play on a consistent basis. There's new music. Like today's music. I have nothing that's on replay. None of it. None of the music today is replayable for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's just different. Now everything else, the older music, I can listen to that all day long. Play the whole album. You can't do that with new music. You cannot play the whole album with you can't play, new music like that. I don't know what it is. Your name is what? La la la? Yeah, it ain't the same quality at all. I don't know what it is. Like I can listen to Tony Braxton a whole album, Madonna whole album. Matter of fact, three or four of her albums I can listen to back to back. You know what I mean? All of that stuff, all of their stuff just sounds so good. You know, you need something in return. You pay for the day. What you mean you need something in return? Yeah, music sucks now. Music is not where it needs to be. And I think because there's no passion in the music. We used to wonder how they made that song. Oh, I wonder how they came up with that beat, that song, who produced it and all. And now you don't care about none of that at all. Big bag. Who's a big bag? You talking about me? You talking about me? Yeah, yeah, there you go, Tank. There you go. We need music. Some of these a lot of these people ain't in love. That's another thing. You gotta have experienced relationships, ups and downs, been in love, been out of love, in order to make that kind of music. Or else, you know, that kind of music don't exist in today's world. If you never been in those type of relationships, the ups and downs and all that, you know. I don't know. The music is missing something. I don't, I'm leaning more on the it's just not passionate enough. The artist is not in it like they need to be. I need you to go through some trials and tribulations and come out with a good album. I need you to go through the fire. You know what I mean? I need you locked in a cabin on a mountain for about 3 months until you come up with some music. You know, I don't need you in a pretty studio trying to come up with a song. No, no, I need you locked away from the world for months, mad, happy, whatever, and make that music. Other than that, it ain't the same. Hello everybody. That may not pull out. Mm-mm. Hello, Aaron. I think that's your name. I can't tell. You got a lot of names. Abdullah. You got all kind of names in there. But yeah, music sucks right now. And you know what? I I feel bad for the artists because they do put a lot of work into it. It's just not replayable music. It's just not. I don't know what needs to change, but something needs to change. Like Carl Thomas. I love Carl Thomas. I can listen to his whole album. Glenn Lewis, I can listen to his whole album. Aerosmith, I can listen to them. Red Hot Chili Peppers, I can listen to them. I can listen to all kind of stuff. That's replayable music. Is the first day too early to get for cutting? For cutting? You mean the artist Cuddy? Or you talking about something else? I don't know. When you go on the first date, when you go on the first date, you know what I mean? You know, You shouldn't be expecting anything. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, them band. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who likes, shares, and subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm here for a good time. We don't have long on this earth. We might as well enjoy each other's company and have these discussions, have these conversations, sharing our experiences. That's what it's about. But anyway, I asked the question, do you pay for the date without expectations? Do you want something in return? Are you sure you want something in return? Are you sure you want something after that date? Cause what if she don't like it? What if she say yes, after the date she say, yeah, we can get into something, and then and then and then and then you disappoint. You disappoint. What about that? How y'all feel after that if you disappoint the person you've been trying to get in bed with and then you disappoint them? How y'all feel? You from South Africa? Welcome from South Africa, which is like, they say South Africa is like America or something. I don't know. Can I date? Can I date to the movies? What? Can you date to the I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I suggest, can you take your date to the movie? Never take a date to the movies. Never take a woman to the movies. Never. Don't ever do that. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of your time, waste of her time. Don't take nobody to no movies. Take them to a restaurant. Take them to, if you want to, take them to a restaurant. You need to see how they chew their food. You need to see how they maneuver the fork and the spoon and the knife. You gotta see their manners. You gotta see their behavior. How they drink out of a wine glass. How they handle themselves at the table. You need to see that stuff. That's what you need to see. That's why you go on dates, to see behavior. You gotta see how they acting, cause they start acting weird. You ain't gonna want to keep talking to them. We going to McDonald's? No, we not. No, we not. Nobody goes to McDonald's for a first date. I don't think so. Go to the hotel for a first date. Who going to the hotel? Who? You trying to kidnap somebody? What you doing? That sound like a kidnapping situation. Ain't nobody going to no hotel no first date. For what? No, ain't nobody doing that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No hotel. No hotel. Y'all need to check out who y'all talking to. These women could be robbing you. Get you in that hotel room and have some other dudes waiting outside and rob you blind. They do that. If you feeling each other, it will happen. Maybe. But I tell you right now, a lot of women don't do it because there's gonna be some disappointment somewhere up in there. That's why women don't do it. And some of these situations be scary, to be honest. You know what I mean? Some of these men, they ain't had nothing in a long time. They be ready to almost, assault you. That ain't no fun. Assault ain't no fun. So these women, they ain't trying to give it up like that. just because you took them on a date to a restaurant. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. So you might as well not even ask. It's a waste of time. Don't even ask. Don't ask. And if she can tell you already little from little down there, it's already it's case closed. Don't even ask. Don't even waste her time. Don't waste her time. If she could tell you ain't got nothing going on, you might as well just pay for the bill and go on to your car. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't set yourself up for failure on the date. You ain't got that much going on. Okay, you ain't got that much going on. You know, wait it out. Wait. You know what you need to do. You take women on date. Take them on 2 or 3 days. Get them to like you first. You don't want them to think you some type of dog of a man trying to pressure somebody to have sex because you paid for a steak meal. Okay? You know, you know, that's like that's like being a reverse gold digger. Okay? So you don't want to come off like an asshole. So why date her 2 or 3 times, get her to like you so she can, you know, get her to like you so she's not concentrated on what you ain't got down in your pants. Your lack of. Your lack of. Okay? Whatever you lacking down there or whatever, you want her to overlook that. You got to get to know this woman. You gotta get to know her. I know y'all don't want to. But you're gonna have to get to her to know you so you can do the things you want to do to the body. You ever celebrate? No, I ain't never celebrate my birthday at no McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat that stuff. That stuff is dangerous. That's the most dangerous food you could possibly ever eat. I don't eat that stuff. Poison. I don't eat that. What would you do if you had $1 billion? Yeah, I eat noodles. Um, what would I do if I had $1 billion? If I had $1 billion, I would create neighborhoods where people can live for free. They ain't gotta pay rent. I would um I would make healthcare free. I would give people free healthcare, whoever wanted it. I would I would take my money and invest it into my surrounding community. That's what I would do. Help people get themselves cleaned up off the street. You know what I mean? I would put my money in that because cars, clothes, and houses, you only can have so much, and pretty soon it all becomes recycled. Things. You know, You get a boat, then you get another boat, and then you get a bigger boat, and that costs more to maintain. If you get an even bigger boat, that costs even more. You taking your money down. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Billionaires, they waste so much money, it's ridiculous. On stuff that's just dumb. The yacht. Why you need a yacht? Why you need a super yacht? Why you need all that? Makes no sense. They just blow money just because they can on stupid stuff. They're not thinking. They're not thinking. They're not thinking that they could be a person that people actually like if they take their money and do what's right and invest it back into the places where they grew up, the places that they love, help the people out, then people will like them. You know what I mean? People don't like them because they're not doing nothing but wasting time and wasting money on stupid projects that make absolutely no sense. Blowing money on crazy stuff because they bored. You know, when you get that kind of rich, you become very bored with just everything. And so you just do stupid stuff. You should buy a car. Why I got a car. Thank you, Tank. If I was president, oh, if I was president, if I was president of this hello Moo, if I was president of the United States, there are so many things I would do. First, I would make it a crime. I mean, like a real crime to hurt anybody. Hurt people verbally, physically, whatever. I'll make that a crime from day one. And it wouldn't be a crime where, based on this age or this whatever, color of your skin or no, it wouldn't be based on none of that. The punishment would be just universal. You do a crime, this is the time period. We wouldn't have to go to no court, no whole bunch of court hearings. It'd just be a simple filing. You did this. This is your punishment. In the story. No long court cases. No trying to figure it out. None of all that stuff. You did this. There was witnesses to what you did. This is the punishment. That's it. Point blank. I would make it illegal uh to scam people. I mean, straight up. I mean, like really scamming people and stealing from people their money or whatever that is. I will make all health care free automatically. You sick? Take your butt to the hospital and get fixed. That's it. It's a no brainer. You not feeling well? Go to hospital. Okay. You worked 50 years and now you tired of working, you don't have to work no more. You put in your time, the government takes care of you from then on, and that's it. No struggling, no filling out paperwork and all this crazy stuff. You work your 50 years, the government pays for everything after that. Okay? You know why? Because it's the right thing to do. And because, after 50 years old, 60 years old, you only got so much time. And it depended on how you took care of yourself in your youth. Your time may be even, your window of life may even be smaller. If you didn't take care of your health or you didn't go to the doctor, you didn't do anything with yourself. You know what I mean? So it's not even that long that we would be paying. You know what I mean? So healthcare will be free. Um, Basic housing would be free, like just a basic place so you can wash up and lay your head down. That's it. A basic place that would be free. You know, anything else, of course, it would cost money, but just a basic place for a single person, just to lay their head and go to sleep, take a shower, cook their food. Basic, that'd be free. all day. All day. And you ain't got to fill out 10 million applications. You know what I would do also as president? I would cut down all those contracts for a mortgage. You wouldn't have to fill out 50 pages to get a house. You wouldn't have to do that. I'll make that a one-page thing. Do you have the money to pay? Okay, you got the income. Okay, here's the time that you're going to pay. And after this time, if you pay on time, every day, I mean, every month, you pay on time your mortgage, you get rewarded at a certain period in time. And we may just close off the rest of the loan and say, hey, it's done deal. You own the house, you own that piece of land, and that's it. No property taxes, none of that stuff. I wouldn't do no property tax. None of that. Orange chicken. What the hell? I wouldn't do none of that. So if I'm president, all that stuff would change. All that stuff would change. The mortgage contracts, ending that. Car insurance, I would make that illegal for them to charge the kind of money that they're trying to charge now. You know what I mean? I would make car insurance cheap. It wouldn't be no more. I would make sure all utilities, and including a cell phone, will be considered a utility. Those costs would have to be all the way down. You know, those things would not be expensive at all. If I'm president, you know, you're not gonna pay no $200 cell phone bill. You're not gonna pay $500 uh for your light bill, your gas bill. That's ridiculous. So if I was president, that would change. Also, I would remove all the I would change the food system. Healthy food would be cheaper and processed and junk food would be very expensive. Doritos would be like $10 a bag. And people who would buy those bags of Doritos for $10, then that some of that money goes back into the community. That's where that money will go. But you would pay $10 for a bag of Doritos. Vegetables, fruit would be cheap. I mean like dirt cheap. That'd be cheap. Right now we got it in reverse. The healthy stuff is expensive and the other stuff is cheap, which is crazy. So I would make vegetables, fruits, fresh meat, fresh seafood cheap. Everything else that's processed that takes a lot of chemicals or whatever, preservatives or whatever, expensive as hell. Okay? That's one thing. The next thing is if I'm president, um, I think I would close down all the liquor stores. You wouldn't have liquor stores. Okay. The liquor store would be in the grocery store. In the grocery store, okay. The liquor stores would be in the grocery store. There would be no standalone liquor stores on the corner. Okay, it'd be none of that. And you would have to have a membership to even buy the liquor. Yeah, you have to have a membership to buy the liquor. And I think after so many purchases a month, nah, nah, I wouldn't do that. But no liquor store, no standalone liquor stores. Also, also, I would take the junk food. I would limit the amount of junk food that's in the convenience stores, you know. And I will put more grocery stores in neighborhoods that are considered food deserts. I will put more grocery stores in those neighborhoods. That's what I would do as president. I would be involved. I would be an involved president. I would listen to the community. I would go and speak. I would go to each state, talk to people, and ask them what can the government do to make your life better. Cause each state is kind of different. You know what I mean? Every state has its own culture, their own thing. So it's important as president to go and talk to each state and those people and see how you can help them. That is what's important. That is what's important. I will go to every single state, talk to the people, and see what it is I can do to help them um, be better, or help them with you know help them with their state and what I can do to help improve their life. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. I would go to every state, talk to the people. How can the government help you? I will also eliminate um, taxes. Taxes from like you filing your taxes. There won't be no filing of no taxes. It's just busy work, really. There, there will be no filing of no taxes if I was president. Welcome from India. I would There will be no filing of taxes. And yeah, I would do that. And I would make sure women and children are safe whenever they outside. You know what I mean? If you try to kid kidnap, uh uh assault, or do anything harmful, you going to prison for the rest of your life. No questions asked. So I would do that if I was president. If I was president, I would make all that stuff. I would make it safe for women and children to live and enjoy their life and not deal with trauma, torture, violence, and all that. I would condemn all violence. You couldn't be violent under me. No violence at all. Period. You going to prison. You going to prison. All right. So no violence. Not under my watch. Mm-mm. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what's going on. You going to prison if you violent all day, every day. Violent, violence. You going to prison. So I would concentrate on that first. Housing, healthcare, violence. Those would be my three main things. And then I would make peace with everybody else in other countries and ask them what is there something we can do to help you? Maybe create some type of barter system. Hey, you got this over there. If can you help us with this? We can help you with that. Okay? An exchange of services, of exchange of products, items, or whatever. Read your text. What did you say? Learn with who? You on my Insta. Why? Or who Insta you talking to? You just said I'm from India. So if I was president, that's what I would be doing. I would be working with each state to see what they need and improve everything and that kind of stuff. That's what I would be doing. That's what I would be doing. That's what the president should be doing. It should that job you should be going, you like my personality. That's what the president should be doing. Should be going when you are elected president, you are for the people. You are working for the people. So you should go state to state, talk to people and say, "What do you need? What can I help you with? What is it that will make your state better?" And that's it. And then do the things to improve life, not let everybody suffer, not let people um uh not let people starve and inflict trauma on regular working people, playing monopoly games with people life. You know what I mean? They playing games with people life out here. So I would end all that. I would end all that game plan that, oh, you get help, but you over here you don't get no help. I would end all of that. From the Republic of Kenya. Welcome my Kenyan family. I'm not from Kenya, but welcome to America. America, home of the free, land of the brave. And people are wondering what I would do if I was president. You know, I would bring peace. I would bring peace and harmony and a clean environment. The environment would be clean. No dirty streets, no holes in the ground, no just nastiness. It would be clean all over. That's what I would do. It'd be clean. Clean from violence, clean from hate, nastiness. Minnesota. What's going on in Minnesota? I don't know nothing about Minnesota. What's going on? I'm all about peace and harmony and loving everybody and all this kind of stuff. All the stuff that goes on in the world today, the hate, the nastiness, people falling victim to stereotypes and not understanding why they don't like a person, why they hate, people. Because everybody ain't the same, you know. And like black people been here for a very long time and had to fight a lot to get just the little that they got today. You know what I mean? Just the small piece, that we have today, we had to fight like hell to get. And because of that fight, and because you know, dealing with all that craziness allows everybody else to, you know, enjoy these things. Somebody had to take the beating, and that's exactly what happened. Thank you, Haywood. Thank you. Married to a brother. Who marry their relatives? I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about nobody being married to their relatives. That's between them and their mama and them. Some people down south people do some strange things. Thank you very much, Moo. Down south people do some strange things. So I don't know. I don't know. People in different areas, they do strange things. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. For a long time, people used to talk about Kentucky. They used to tear Kentucky up about them marrying their cousin. You from Kentucky? Oh, I know what y'all do. People used to talk about Kentucky people all the time. I don't know what they do. I don't know. I don't know nothing about Kentucky. I don't know nothing about it. If you go to a city, everybody look alike. That may be the case. I don't know. If the sheriff in the city and the mayor and the governor and all look alike, you already know what's going on. I don't know. We don't have that. We don't have that in Indiana. We ain't got that. We ain't got all that. We ain't got that relative thing. You big. Yes, I am. I'm big and black. We can all agree on that. Your eyes are not deceiving you. Okay, your eyes is not deceiving you. Yes, big and black here. Indiana. No, for fried chicken. I don't know about that either. Snap ID. What Snap ID? I ain't got no Snap ID to give you. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Kentucky Derby and bourbon. Yeah, that's what it's known for. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But Kentucky used to get a bad rap. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know nothing about Kentucky, but you know, pay attention to who you talking to. If they eyes is the same eyes, you know, as the other person, they all might be related. I don't know. Do you like to chat on Snap? No, sir. This ain't a Telegram service. This ain't MSN chat. This ain't none of that. This ain't AOL. This is not none of that. Okay, this is not none of that. This ain't OnlyFans or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I'm not doing nothing strange for no change. Ain't none of that going on in here. Okay, we about to be two sheets to the wind in a minute. Okay, we about to be two sheets to the wind, and I don't know what to tell you. I know y'all dudes be thirsty on here, be thirsty, be your tongue hanging out with drool and all of that in the midnight hour, cause that demon, that demon be in y'all body, but y'all need to get that under control, okay? Cause I could be your worst problem. I could be your worst problem, to be honest. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't that nice. I'm not that nice of a person. I'm okay, but I'm direct. I'm very direct. I don't have time to play games. You know what I mean? You can't play with me, play games with me, and all this kind of stuff. I'm so direct. You won't like it. You will not like it. So You know what I mean? Y'all need to get that sex demon under control. Go eat you some cereal. Some cereal. Eat you some cereal that'll bring your temperature down to about right here. You know what I mean? So you can go to sleep. I know that sex demon being in your body just burning up, causing hell like a Tasmanian devil in your body. But you gotta get that under control. You gotta get that under control. You letting that control your body, your mind, and your thoughts. And you can't do that. That's called a problem. Okay? You gotta learn how to tame the beast. Tame the beast. Tame your inner Wolverine in your body. You may have to go sit in a cemetery. I don't know. You're gonna do something. Thank you, Jay. You're gonna do something. You're gonna do something. Tame that demon in your body. Go to church. Read the Bible. Just keep reading until you calm down. Read all of Genesis. Read all the way to the back of Revelations. Read all your Bible scriptures until your temperature calm down. Like Mo is a good example of somebody who is going through a sexual demon crisis right now. He needs to actually call the hotline, okay, and figure out what is going on. He needs to call the hotline right now to see what is going. He need a therapist. You need an on-call therapist every single day. You know what? That's what the men need to do. Y'all need to call how you got this oversized shaped deer. How, sir, 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 I was created by God. The same God that created you. Okay? And he gave me this shape. Here I am. Are we gonna fight against God? I don't know. Did you work out today? No, I did not. I went to a party today. I did not work out. I'm sorry for the uh uh sorry that I didn't do that today. I went to a party and all that. I didn't do none of that today. But tomorrow, I mean today, which is Sunday, we'll be back on track. But yesterday I didn't do it. No. Oh, I'm in Indiana. I'm in Indiana. Um, you know, a totally red state, Indiana. But it's not so red if you live here. I don't feel it. But yeah, I'm in Indiana. Fix your hair. Fix my hair about what? Every day you try to be my personal hairstylist. Why is that? Why you concentrate on my hair? Concentrate on the message, not the being, not me. What do you notice first about? Um, what do I notice when about a guy at first? His clothes. I notice his clothes first. That's the first thing I'm looking at is what do you have on? That's the first thing. You look like you from Indiana. So, and and what? And what? How much do you eat? I don't know. How much does King Kong eat? Go look up how much King Kong eats and come back and let me know. Let me know how much King Kong eat, and that's how much I eat. You notice what he eating? What? Who's eating? No, I'm not married. Do you like bananas? Yes, I'm King Kong. I love bananas. I also like to climb tall buildings, you know, as King Kong would do. Hey, Lizzo. Hey, can we meet? And why you typing in all capital letters? Why you typing in all capital letters? That sound like you yelling at me. I don't do coffee dates. I don't do no coffee date. I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? I want to go to the library because I got to make sure you can read. You know what I mean? We can go on a library date. You know what I mean? And read some books. That's a good date right there. Go to the library. Make sure the person you talking to can read a full sentence. You know what I mean? That's what you need to do. Take people on a reading date, on a reading rainbow date. That's what y'all need to be doing. Or take your date past the police station to make sure they ain't in the records. Just say, we're gonna stop over here by this police station real quick. Oh, why we stopping by the police station? Something happened? Oh no, ain't nothing happened yet. I'm just checking. We just gonna run you through the background real quick at the police station, see what you got going on. You know. That's what y'all need to be doing. Y'all need to be taking people on police background check dates. Thank you, Kay. Mm. To see their driving skills. Hey, whatever you got to do, take people on realistic dates. You ain't got to go to no restaurant. If you one of those people and you wondering if that person can has endurance for whatever, then you need to take them running, take them on an activity date. See if they can last on a roller skate. See if they can last in a tennis match. You know what I mean? And maybe if they get out of breath and winded and all, sick and all that, maybe you don't want to date them after all. Because some people can look healthy. They can look healthy. They can look beautiful and healthy and can barely run a mile. Okay? Can fool you just like that. Can barely run. So you need to take people out on activity dates to see what's going on. How old are you? um, I'm very old, and I do mean that. Well, I'm AOL old. I'm old. I'm pager beeper old. That's how old I am. I'm telephone book white pages old. You can run a mile now. Yes, I can run a mile. Now, 2 miles, that's where the problem comes in. But 8 mile, I can run 8 mile. I can do that. I can do that. The 2 miles, you pushing it. You pushing it with two. But one, yes, I can do one. Two, no. Big what? Mm. My I can't do two. I can't do no 2 miles. Well, what you want me to die? Hey, look, I can do one. And the only reason why I know I can do one is because I was forced to do one at the hospital. And I was at the hospital and I had to do a mile run at the hospital for testing. For testing. So I can run a mile. Two ain't gonna happen. Hmm. You spent 20K on a hooker. You the one wasted your money. Why are you here? You should be with the hooker. Yeah, cycling is way better. I'm not muted. People can hear me. I'm not muted. But yeah, you might want to come out. You might want to log off and come back or something. And take a sleep test. This is the truth. I had to take a sleep test. And after the sleep test, they made me run a mile. And I did that. I did that. So I can run a mile, but 2 miles is not gonna happen. What do you mean you can't hear me? I'm not muted. You need to turn your volume up. I think you having a moment. I don't know what the hell that message is. What is that about? I don't know what to tell you. Okay. But anyway, I'm not. It's not that I'm not a physical. I'm not a physically active person on a daily basis. But when it comes to activity, if somebody wants to do an activity, I can do the activity, whatever it is. Okay, I can do the activity. I can play basketball. I can jump rope. I can do whatever. I'm not consistent with it. I'm not consistent with any type of activity. I'm not consistent with it. I'm not. I'm just not. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Why I got Kool-Aid on my lips? What do you mean? I ain't got no Kool-Aid on my lips. Try standing up. Standing up for what? For Jesus? Because that's the only person I'm standing up for is Jesus Christ. I can't jump rope. What are you talking about? Are you serious? The most basic thing you can ever do, jump rope. I am 5'6". I'm considered a tall person. I'm tall. I'm a tall person. You know what I mean? Let's see it or it's cat. But then it's cat then. Because I'm not about to sit here and jump rope for you, for your pleasure. So you can say, oh, oh, she can actually jump rope. Oh my God. I don't live for the applause of other people. That's not why I'm alive. You know what I mean? I'm telling you what I'm capable of. And I'm telling you what I'm not capable of either. And 2 miles and running, that ain't it. That ain't happening. Jumping jack. I can do jumping jacks. I can do squats. I can do jumping jacks. I can do all of that stuff. Why y'all think big people, just because somebody's bigger, mean they can't do anything? You guys, y'all have not been watching a lot of social media. Apparently, there are big people who do yoga, who play basketball, who do strip pole dancing, gymnastics, and all this kind of stuff. What are you talking about? It's not the size that has anything to do with any of this. Big people do stuff all the time. They go diving in the ocean. There's a couple of ladies that are bigger plus size that go in that ocean and swim. They swim like a mermaid. So, you can't look at size and say, oh, I know you can't do anything. That ain't it. Not, not a strip pole from vibranium. Oh my God. Now you being funny. Hmm. Name one obese NBA player. I think we need to go to football. Name a football player that's obese. There's several of them that is big. Okay? And they play football. It's not about size. That ain't it. That's not the thing. If you want to do something and you have the determination to do it, you will do it, regardless of size. Size has nothing to do with it. It's all about determination and being consistent. And sometimes people are just not consistent. I'm one of those people. I'm not consistent with it. It's about determination and being consistent. That's it. That's all it is. What did you just call me? What is your toilet brand? I don't know. I don't know what toilet brand I got. Hello from Ukraine. How you doing? Somebody is in my live stream upset about the NBA and NFL. I know what the NBA is. It's basketball. What are you talking about? You can't revoke nothing that's been given to me forever. Next. Y'all act like big people can't do anything. That's the whole point. And big people can do things because look, they in the NFL. They are big guys in the NFL. What are you talking about? Just surrender to Russia already. What's going on? Who is surrendering? Thank you, Flores. Thank you. We got some troublemakers in here today. You know, they want to cause a stir. Get me going this evening. Well, this morning. You ready for a chat? What chat? What kind of chat? $1 million or unlimited Big Macs. Well, I take the $1 million. Who wants a Big Mac? Don't nobody want no Big Mac. We too old for that. Everybody too old for that kind of food. Don't nobody want that food. Nobody want no Big Mac. Why would you want that? Who wants a Big Mac? Don't nobody want no Big Mac. Don't nobody want no Big Mac. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Looks like Bernie Mac had too much McDonald's. You calling me Bernie Mac? That means you say I'm funny, which is a compliment. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the compliment. A $5 a piece, unlimited. Mm-mm. Thank you, Cicero. Thank you. Hmm. I don't do McDonald's. I don't know how y'all eat that stuff. Can you stand up? No. This is not OnlyFans. I look Native American. People call me all kind of things these days. For some reason, people think I'm Asian. I'm not Asian. I'm black. Why are your teeth practicing social distancing? Why are my teeth got gaps in them? They did it on their own. I didn't do nothing to them. They just did it on their own. I don't eat Big Macs. That's something y'all eat. I don't eat that stuff. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not married. Are you enjoying streaming? I do enjoy streaming. I enjoy talking to all the mix of different people and hearing their perspectives, hearing their thoughts and how they express themselves, especially when it comes to me personally. You know, people like to tell me all kind of stuff. I think it's very interesting. I don't take nothing to heart. I find it very interesting how everybody expresses themselves and how they interact with me and what they say to me. I don't take none of that to heart. I know who I am. I know my goals in life. I know those things. I don't take life too serious. Everybody's learning from each other. Everybody's trying to just poke at the hornet's nest to see what will happen. And that's fine. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I'm too old to be sitting on the internet crying about what somebody said to me. I'm old. My time almost done, guys. You know what I mean? I'm old. I'm an old person. Pretty soon, I won't be here. And one day y'all just have to watch videos of me. You know what I mean? Y'all have to watch videos. I'm getting old. One day I'll be gone. And all there will be is just videos. And that's why I make all this content so people can rewatch. The day that I'm not here no more, they can rewatch and watch all the videos. That's it. That's it. These videos are for all these conversations you guys are having with me. This is, I have two kids. I have a boy and a girl. This channel was started because of them. I want them to be able to have something to watch when I'm gone. Watch and watch all these interactions because all these comments that y'all making and all this stuff is all recorded in the videos. So, um, I want them to be able to go to these videos, learn about how I interacted with people, learn about my perspective on things, and then if they have questions about their life, they can come back to these videos and say, "Hey, this is how my mama handled this situation. This is how my mother dealt with this." And that's way more important to me, so that they can have their own reference to go back to. That's what this is about. Um, go fix your hair. How many times you gonna tell me to fix my hair? What do you want me to do with it? How much they weigh? How much what weighs? They gonna be pissed. Who gonna who gonna be mad? They gonna be mad when they read these videos and see y'all comments. They may be disappointed in humanity when they look at these comments and see, you know, God, was some of these people? What kind of comments they leave my mama? Do you like drinking? I don't drink Hennessy. Nah, I don't need no Hennessy. Hennessy make you fight. I don't need to be fighting nobody. How much you weigh? About 700 pounds. The rest of me is all the way on the other side of the room. This is you only seeing half of me, and then the rest of me is on the other side of the room. You know what I mean? I'm about a good 600. 600, about almost 750. You know, it's all on the side. It's on the side of me. It's not even all here. You can't even see it all. It's on the side. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a huge person. You know, gigantic, like a gorilla. You know, I'm huge, like a cow. Huge. You know, gigantic. You know what I mean? That's why I can't be with nobody because there's nobody big enough to be with me because I'm so gigantic. You know, I'm huge. All right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gigantic. So, now that we have this understanding, you'll bring help. You gonna bring some help. What kind of help you bringing? You wasted. You need to go back to the gym. Yeah, stop it. Yeah, you are right. You are very right. Everything you saying is right. I agree with all of you in your comments. All your comments about losing weight, you need to diet, you need to go to the gym. Yeah, all that is true. Very true. I'm not in denial. I'm not in denial. Thank you for your comments. I get it. I get it. But well, I'm telling you right now, but once I lose weight, I will not be on here ever again. There'll be I won't be on here at all. Period. Because then it goes from, oh, you lost weight now. Then people will start trying to prey on any other downfall or any other flaw that they see. You know what I mean? It goes from one thing to another. Then you lose weight, then it's something else. Then it's something else. Then it's something else. So I don't have time to play that game and go back and forth with people. You know what I mean? Because it's like the nitpicking. They go from one thing, they keep going, 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 going. And all these people, some of these people are hypocrites. They tell people to lose weight. Then these people get on the shot. They lose the weight. And then you tell them that their head look too big. It goes from one thing to another. Oh, now your head too big. And then some people have lost weight and then they say, oh, you don't look good skinny. There are people making comments on people pages that have went through hell as a fat person. Finally, they lose all the weight. And now people are telling them they're too skinny. Because once you take that shot, you really can't control all the weight that you losing. You can't control it. So, it is what it is. Once all that weight come out, that's how you look. That's how you look. And to me, some people don't look that great skinny. They don't. Some people don't. They don't look. It don't look right. That skinny, frail body don't look good on everybody. It don't look right. There's somebody right now. I'm thinking of right now who lost weight and it ain't looking great at all. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. It don't look that great. So it just depends. Some bodies are not meant to be thin, and I believe that. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. I mean, I lose weight. I'm automatic. If I lose weight, I'm automatically in the baddie category. Automatically. 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 You know what I mean? Automatically. I when I was younger, I was not a big person. I only been big as an adult. I was not a big child. I was not walking around, chubby like a chubby kid. I was not that. I was a small kid, smaller kid. I didn't gain weight until I started driving and buying my own food, and that's when I started gaining weight. Other than that, I had a regular childhood, just regular, and that's it. So, all I got to do is lose weight, and that's it. I'm already in a whole nother category, and I just get further and further from people's reach. You know what I mean? Once you get over into that other category, you know what I mean? Once you get over to where you unreachable, because that's where people, they don't really want you to get over there, but then they tell you they want you to get there, but then when you get there, then there's another problem. When I get over there, you think unreachable. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's what happens. Yeah, there you go. I won't be. I won't be nothing nice. I will not be nice at all. Period. I won't be. It's a nasty situation. That's just like when people, how when you on social media and you have a favorite YouTuber or TikToker, and hey, Lee, how you doing? You know how when uh you watching your favorite YouTuber or you watching your favorite TikToker, and right now they just a small channel. They barely got 100 subscribers. And then as they come on here, they start growing and growing, and before you know it, they start getting money and all this kind of stuff. And then they may go buy them a house or buy them a car. Then the hate starts to come. But during that time, as they are evolving and they are becoming a bigger channel, then it's all love. Oh, we love you so much. Oh, we love you so much. You know, anything for you. Oh, we care about you. All these people that subscribe to your channel tell you they care about you, they like you. Oh, they love your channel so much. But as soon as you start buying a house, a car, do anything for yourself, then it's, oh, You out of my reach. You not relatable. You're not this. You're not that. You're not this. It goes from one thing to the next. Okay? It goes from one thing to the next. And that's not right. That's not right. You know what I mean? Whatever, however that person started their humble beginnings, you know what I mean? You should still carry that same, you should be happy that they were able to get the things they want out of their life. They were able to achieve the goals. You know what I mean? They were able to reach their dreams. And you guys, the community that's around them, help them reach their dreams. You shouldn't be mad because now they're at a certain point where, you know, they have this and that. Nobody's never satisfied. It doesn't matter. People lose weight, then you still mad. People change their appearance because people attack them about their face and stuff like that. Oh, your nose is so big. You should get a surgery. Then the person gets the surgery. Then you tell them that's the wrong kind of surgery or that's not right. Nothing's ever right. You know what I mean? Nothing's ever good enough for people, which is so sad. It's like the constant attack. Think of it, if your parent nitpicked you as a child every day and said, your grades are not good enough. They're not good enough. Matter of fact, you look horrible. Your clothes are not good enough. How you dress is not good enough. If your parents nitpicked you on every little thing every single day, you will go crazy. You will be depressed. You will be depressed if they told you, you know, you and there are parents that do that too. You know, you know, oh you so big or whatever. Oh, you need to eat more. It's either one of those. Either you're too big or you're too skinny. And they attack you for that constantly. Making jokes around other people about you. And why you standing there? Oh yeah. She would be able to get a boyfriend if she would lose weight and da 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 da. All that kind of stuff. And just constantly attacking you. That's not right. That's not good. That's not a good feeling. But there are a lot of people who constantly do that. I don't know what the motive is behind that. I don't know what the motive is behind, constantly nitpicking at people all day long about whatever flaws. Because truth be told, most people have something wrong, something going on. And if it's not they weight, if it's not their looks, it's their finances, it's their relationships, it's something that is a flaw. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. Absolutely nobody's perfect at all. Nobody. Nitpicking and constantly hating on every little thing. That's like the whole hair thing. You know, that the women are, you know, very nasty when it comes to other women and what they look like and their hair and all this kind of stuff. And, will tear you down about a hairstyle. Well, your edges ain't straight enough. Your hair is not straight enough. Your braids are not clean enough. This is not this and that. And then all of this, the perfectionism. is sickening. It's unrealistic too. And it is the reason why people don't want to hang around certain people, go places. Because if you're going to be constantly, analyzed every time you go out the door, what's the point of going out with so and so if you know they're going to nitpick at you the whole time about your hair, your clothes, your whatever, all day. So if you wondering why so and so don't call you to hang out, it's probably because you one of those people that constantly is nitpicking on them and constantly causing them agony, stress for no reason. If you wouldn't want your parent to do that to you, you shouldn't do that to other people at all, period. There's a way to say things to people. You know what I mean? There is a good way to express, even if it's a concern. There's a good way to express that to people. You don't always have to be mean to express your ideas, your perspective. You don't have to be mean to express that. You can say things in an intelligent way to get your point across, or to raise awareness, or to get that person to hear you out. There's a way to say things to people. Coming across as a nasty person and a mean person is not good for you. It's not good for the other person. You know what I mean? When you carry that kind of negative venom in your body all the time, nothing good will come of your life. Nothing. Nothing at all. Evil, when you're an evil person, all you're going to have is bad karma for the rest of your life. Nothing good comes of evil. Nothing. Not one thing. Help you with what? Nothing good comes of evil. There's always a better way to talk to people. Always. Being mean gets you absolutely nowhere. That's not how mature adults communicate. The people that are constantly trolling and making nasty comments and saying awful things are immature. Very immature. When you walk around outside and you dealing with people, you gotta carry yourself with a higher sense of intelligence. It don't cost nothing to be a good person. Not even a good person, but a respectful person. And you know what? The sad thing is, we all went to school and we learned years ago how to treat people. Everybody went to school and were taught how to be nice to your neighbor, how to how to how to talk to people, how to communicate right. What is disrespectful and what is respectful way of doing and saying things. Everybody's been taught this since a little kid. And everybody's been told if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it. Everybody's been taught this. This is universal, universal teaching. Everybody across the board. How to play nice with other people. How to deal with diversity. People that are different than you. Everybody has been taught this, period. And if you haven't been taught this, you have seen this in movies and TV shows. You've seen this. They played out so many situations. I mean, so many scenarios on your favorite TV shows as a kid, showing you how to deal with situations that are complicated. You know, your friends trying to peer pressure you into doing something. You know what I mean? You know, you not procrastinating and turning an assignment in late, that kind of stuff. It's all about being respectful. And that's it. What's up, real all what is it? The real what's up? I had some trolls in here and they were losing their mind. So I had to school them on how to treat people. Hating people is not good. Ah! You right about that. You know, the more the channel grows, I'm sure the hate is just going to keep growing with it. I just think it's a waste of time to sit there and waste your energy when you could be doing something more positive. You could be doing something for yourself. You could be creating your own channel and expressing your anger about whatever. You could be doing something like that instead of coming into people's live streams and being hateful. You know what I mean? So that's my thought. You could be doing something else positive. You know, if you got a lot of negativity in your heart, you got to dig deep and find out what is the source of your anger. Why are you so angry? Why are you coming on people live streams so upset? You need to figure that out. Talk to a therapist. Talk to your mama now. And if your mama's the problem, talk to a therapist and see and dig down deep what's going on. You know what I mean? What is it that could make you possibly this upset that you get on the internet and you start attacking people, that how they look, how they talk, how they whatever. What is it that drive you to do that? You could be doing so many wonderful things with your time. So many beautiful things you could be doing instead of spreading venom all over the place. Mhm. Yeah, there you go. You doing something wrong. That's true. That is true. There you go. They're not happy with themselves. There are a lot of people that are just very sad. They are very sad. They are so sad and down and depressed, and they want to express that in any kind of way they can. You know what I mean? And in a way, I feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? Because somebody has told them that. It's not like, you know, they just one day just started saying these nasty things to people. Somebody has told them that it's not acceptable. Somebody told them, "Oh, don't ever be fat. Don't ever be fat. Don't ever be too Somebody told them that they hated fat people, skinny people. They hated something. They hate people with, gaps in their teeth. They hated people with, no hair, bald, wear a wig, too much makeup. Somebody has told them that it's unacceptable. And so now they just carry it with them everywhere they go. And so they just go around critiquing people like they Roger and Ebert every day, every day in life, but they can't really do it in person. They can't do it in person. That venom can only come out on this internet. You know what I mean? They can't go up to people like they want to and say, "I don't like you cuz you fat. I don't like you because you got too much makeup on. I don't like you because I don't like your hair. I don't like this. I don't like that." They can't do that in person. No, 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 no. Can't do that. The easiest way to get that venom out is online. That's the easiest way. The coward way. You know what I mean? That's the coward way to handle it. Because if you really about that life, you really about that troll life, and you really about spitting venom, you should be able to go up to anybody, say anything you want to. But they don't do that. They're not gonna come up to you and say that to your face. That man will pay for the second day. That's not true. That ain't gonna happen either. You know what I mean? These people live off of fear. They live off of other people's anxiety and stuff like that. You know, huh? What's happening? Nothing much. We gonna learn a lesson altogether. If you as you stay on my channel, as you come on these live streams, as you watch my videos, you're gonna learn to be better. Period. You're gonna learn to be better. And I'm talking to the trolls. You're gonna learn to be better. You're gonna learn how to treat people better. You're gonna thank you, degree. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn eventually. Okay? You gonna learn how to be better, a better human being. Cause we ain't promised tomorrow. You could be on a live stream today, and you be gone tomorrow. You know what I mean? Life is very short. Things can happen in an instant. And you don't want to be burning up in hell, whether you believe there's a hell or not. You want to go to a place of peace when you die. And the only way to do that is to live good on earth and treat people with respect. Talk to people if you have a concern, but talk to people in the right way, not in a nasty venomous way. Thank you, Degree. Life is shorter if you eat 100 cheeseburgers a day. Donald, there you go. That's true. If you live evil, you will. Your afterlife and vice versa. Is it cold? What do you mean? Is it cold? Anyway, that's true. You know, it pays to be a positive person. It pays to be a good-hearted person. I don't know if you're wrong or not, Donald. I don't eat that stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you could go look it up at Chat GPT and ask them. I have no idea. Thank you, Degree. Thank you. I don't know the answer. You still learning life, and that's good. We all can keep learning. That's what keeps you young in the mind. Always keep learning. We don't know everything. Talk to people. You know, and have conversations with people. And especially people that are different than you. Have wonderful, beautiful conversations with people. Learn about their struggles, the things that they go through every day. Learn about them. Learn history. There is nothing wrong with learning about life, love, passion, dreams, because that's what we're here for. We're here to learn, and then we gone. You born, you learn, you experience, and then you gone. That's it. Thank you, Moo. That's it. That's all life is. In between being born and dying, it's just experience. Experience with different people, with different challenges in life. That's it. That's all we doing. It's just uh, managing these challenges. You know what I mean? And dealing with these experiences. That's it. That's all we doing. And then it's lights out. And then the curtain closed. Open up some Pokemon pack. No Pokemon. You know what I mean? Just you here, you go. And make the best of it. Live a good life. Don't sit on the internet and be hateful. Go outside, have fun, love, laugh, live. You know the same. Don't spend your time hating on people. You know how to heal a broken heart, how to heal your depression is to go out into the world and help people. When you go out and help people, help other people, it make you feel good. It does your heart some good. You feel great when you help other people. You know what I mean? If you ever feel down and out, you feel horrible, but you in the position that you can help people, go and help. Sometimes when you go and help people and they hear your story, it heals them. And when you hear them talk about what they're going through currently, it helps them. It helps it helps both of you. Sometimes we sit in our little bubble, our little isolated life, you know what I mean? And we think there's nothing else outside of the bubble. It's just a phone and The internet has isolated people so badly that they forgot that life is about community. Life is about community. Hey, what? Nobody? What? I don't know about that. You need to ask ChatGPT that. I don't know nothing about that. Thank you, Joe. What do you need to go live? You need subscribers. That's it. Thank you, Degree. How do you get subscribers? You just gotta start the channel and start making videos. That's it. You start making videos, and that's how you get subscribers. Would you take $100 or I don't know? Yeah, you all you gotta do is just start making videos. That's it. You start making videos, and then people come and watch your videos, and before you know it, you got subscribers. Yes, make videos and upload them, and talk about anything. Now, the difference between YouTube and TikTok is that the TikTok community loves short form videos, but YouTube loves long form content. The people who are on YouTube, they like to watch the videos like a TV show or like a movie or something. Cause they set their little tablet up, iPad or their phone up, and they set it there and they start cooking and whatever, and they watch their favorite YouTuber. Do you have a lip filler? Cause they look like they could. But now I go to private school. No, no, I ain't going no private school. I got a master's degree in in IT, an IT master's degree. So you know, I know that's right. Nobody get everybody to like, share, and subscribe. Tell my step it up. We can move at a slow pace with my channel because I know when my channel, if it get bigger, y'all people gonna start hating me every single day. The hate comes when you get bigger and bigger. But I'm okay with being small for right now. Small channel, small grassroots efforts right here, small community. I'm okay with that. I ain't in a rush. I ain't in a rush to build no big old channel. Cause when your channel gets too big, then the expectations become crazier. Wow, how come you not streaming every hour? How come you ain't making a video, 3 videos a day? You need you a big mama. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there's all kind of big mamas out here. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's an OnlyFans section of big mamas. I'm pretty sure that all of that out here, you gonna find you a big mama every day, all day. Walmart, at the Louis Vuitton store, you will find big people everywhere. I know that's right. Snot. I know that's right. You got a point. You got a good point. Hmm. You love Big Mama. Thank you, Javier. Hmm. Hmm. I know it's the midnight hour for you guys. I know. But yeah. Um this is just a small channel. I don't need to grow that fast, so we don't need to speed up anything, okay guys? We don't need to speed nothing up. I like to keep it small right here, okay? Just keep it small. I don't want no expectations. Cause I am not gonna live up to them. I'm tell you that right now. You know what I mean? I'm definitely a procrastinator. Call me Miss Delay. Okay. I don't do nothing. You strawberry elephant. What the hell that mean? No, this ain't my natural hair. This is the hair of Jesus. This is Jesus hair. Thank you by my nails. I did these. I've added some red ones today to it. Give it a little something because I went to an event today, and so I put a little red in there. Yeah, you know. Hmm. Yeah, this ain't my hair. This is God hair. Welcome to my channel where you can see God's hair every day. No, no. I'm not here every day. I'm just joking. Don't come here every day and look for me, cause I ain't gonna be here. But this is God's hair. Okay. What the snot? Can I call you snot? You don't have to tell me everything. You know what I mean? You ain't got to tell me everything. You ain't got to tell me nothing. Keep those thoughts to your keep your OnlyFans thoughts to yourself. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I don't need to know. I don't need to know what nobody doing. There's probably somebody right now who has pictures of me out here and ain't no telling what they doing to them pictures. You know what I mean? Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. You know what I mean? You know how when people ask you, "Can I get a picture of you?" and you send them a picture and they what and ain't no telling what they doing with those pictures. I don't know and I don't need to know. You send no, I don't send pictures. I did in the beginning when the internet first. I mean, like when we were doing AOL and all that stuff. No, no, no. What was that? What was that? Before Zoom, Skype. When Skype was a thing, and people would say, "Oh, can you send a picture?" Yeah, I send you a picture. So there's some people out there that got a picture of me. Ain't no telling what they do to that picture. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. Can you travel? I'm not no sugar mama. Pause. I ain't no sugar mama. I can't take care of you. Okay. I can't pay your bills, buy you no PlayStation, buy you no Kool-Aid. I can't do none of that. I can't do none of that. I can't help you. You can come to me. Are you British? not British. Where you have you listened to my voice? I'm not British. I don't go around, and I'm not trying to hate on British people. I'm not going around talking about no cup of tea. I ain't no British. I ain't no ain't I mean ain't nothing wrong with British people. I'm not British. I'm 6'3". I don't think y'all want this. 6'3" ain't nothing these days. You know what I mean? 6'3" is like 5'6". It's almost an identical height. 6'3" is nothing. There ain't no height. She's African, not Brit. Do you like ass? Like what? What kind of question is this? Look. I think everybody needs to go to bed now. Y'all need to take a break. Not 8 foot. I'm just saying 6'3" is not that tall. Not no more. It used to be. She's into it. I'm into what? I am 5'6", which is very tall. I'm 5'6". I mean, no, I'm not short. 5'6" for a woman is tall. I don't know where y'all get short from. I'm not short. I'm a tall person. Why do you pay for your? I ain't pay for no date. Who is 5'7" wide? That's what you is. I'm 5'6", which is a very tall person. Not, not to stand up. I'm not standing up. This I'm not praising in church or nothing. Look, take my word for it. I'm 5'6". Okay, I've been measured at the doctor. You know where you stand on the thing and they measure your height. I'm 5'6" all day. Your ex was 5'11". I'm huge. No shit. What? Did you just open your eyes to see this? Stand. There's no standing up. Plus, I don't have proper stuff on. You know what I mean? I don't have proper clothes to be standing up. This ain't about that. You asked me about my height, and that's the height. You who's 6'7"? Did she what? I am six. I mean, I'm about to say 6 foot. I am 5'6" all day, guys. Okay, Th- trust me, it's tall. Now, 5'6" man is short. A 5'6" woman is tall. Who is hating here? Ain't nobody hating. You are bricked up. Move in with you. You paying the rent? You paying all the bills? You paying my bills too? Snap, you are so silly. Pay half the rent. Well, what the hell you talking about? Well, you ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing if I gotta pay half. What's going on? You call yourself bricked up, but you ain't got no house of bricks because your house should be paid off. Talking about you gotta pay half. Why? You pay a third of my rent. See, that's what I'm talking about, Drew. Mm-hmm. More of a half and half type of guy. You want a 2 bedroom? That's what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all got your own places, you know. Y'all doing good and all that. That's great. Asia, what are you talking about? If I'm not helping pay the bill, then what am I doing? Being me. What I would do. Do I see how I look and I want to? What's wrong with how I look? What's wrong? What's wrong with how I look? I ain't never had no problem getting no dude. If that's what you're talking about. If that's what you're talking about, you talking about the way I look. I shouldn't get a free ride. You paid 90K. Mm-hmm. I can tell she understands the orangutans in the zoo. Orangutan. You know, do you go to the zoo? You must go to the zoo often. I don't go no zoo. I don't know nothing about no orangutans. But I'm glad you know about it. Tell us more. I know you get cheated. I've been cheated on several times. It had nothing to do with looks. Even Beyonce gets cheated on, so it's not a look thing. Cheating is not about looks. I'm in the zoo. You are the zoo. I am the zoo. I'm back. My backyard is big too. That's good. I don't go to the zoo. I don't know nothing about no zoo life. But you guys can tell me about zoo life. Thank you for your information. Women chasing someone else's bag. I don't know about that, but you know what? If you feel like you've been violated by a woman because you keep releasing your money to her, you need to seek some help. Call 911. If a woman keeps taking advantage of your money, you need to call police. You've been duped. You've been scammed. You know what I mean? If you let a woman take your money, that's on you. She did something to make you give it up. Y'all ain't giving up money just to give up money. So she had to do something to get it. At the end of the day, you can fight that all you want to. Mhm. I need help for how bad I look. I do. Cash at me, Livia Flair, so I can get surgery, so I can give me a makeover. Send me the cash. Thank you. Cash at Livia Flair, so I can get me all the work done, and so we all can be happy. Thank you. She got firehead. Who told you that? Thank you, Drew. My cash app is Livia Flair. Thank you. If you all want to contribute to my success, then go ahead. Please, please help out. Then I can buy some new tennis shoes because I don't have walking shoes. Then I can have my walking shoes, you know, and then I can get some gym clothes and stuff like that. I don't have gym clothes, to be honest. I don't have none. I don't have no gym clothes. But you want to invest, I get some gym clothes so I could be healthy, and do all of that. Don't you play in the Super Bowl? Who plays in the Super Bowl? Yeah, I don't have no gym clothes. That ain't no lie at all. I ain't got none. But if you want to help me and contribute to my fitness, because y'all so concerned, I feel like y'all are like internet doctors or something. But since everybody's concerned, y'all overly concerned about my well-being, I want to thank all of you. I want to thank every last one of you that has reached out with prayers and concerns about my health, which is great. It is great to have a community that is so invested into my success. Now, if you want me to be, really successful, you want me to get on the right track, you want me to do all these things, you have to invest. You have to put your money where your mouth is. And so that means you can cash at me at Livia Flair so I can do all these wonderful things, and get myself on the right track. But thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your concerns about, Big Macs and all this kind of stuff. The stuff y'all eat, because I don't eat Big Macs. But, you know, I want to thank all of you for your precious time that you have taken away from your own family to come here and type on this live stream, stuff that concerns you. I hope you care this much about your own family and the other things in your life as much as you care about a stranger. I hope you really really pour all this energy, the same energy that you are pouring up in here, which just typing all this stuff. I hope that you pour that same energy into your life and your family and your own health. I hope all of you are healthy. Okay, that's the main thing. You got to be healthy to be telling somebody else about health. So I wish that all you have a good health, and that you yeah, I want all you to know you all are an inspiration. You know what I mean? And like somebody said before, you do need haters. You do need people that hate you, to give you the energy to step on when the time is right. You know what I mean? It gives you the energy. And then when you get to that ultimate level, where these people don't even matter anymore. That's what I call utopia right there. There you go. You'll send me $100 to start talking and do jumping jack. You know what? Go ahead and send me the $100. Cash app Livia Flair. Thank you. Hmm. Your dookie looks better than me. What the hell your dookie look like? Oh, your dookie is cute then. You know what I mean? What kind of dookie you got with my face on it? What you be eating that your dookie look like me? My God. Um. Hmm. Who was great for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Me? I never got a check. Have them send me a check. You not gonna send it. I only had 6 people watching. Why are you pocket watching the numbers? Why you worry about the numbers? Don't worry about the numbers. Worry about your own well-being. Worry about yourself. Worry about being a better person. He been eating baddies. Oh, you guys are too funny. Hello, Elmer. How you doing? Good evening. How you doing, Elmer? Welcome to my channel, Elmer. Welcome to this crazy world of everybody trying to play Dr. Oz in here. I have about several doctors in here, internet doctors in here, and I'm well invested in. But welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. And you about to drop a dookie. What's wrong with your stomach? Are you lactose? Are you lactose intolerant? You need if you lactose intolerant, you need to go get some of that medicine. Not doctor shopping. I'm in the great state of Indiana. We're known for Indy 500. We are also known for basketball and corn. That's what Indiana is known for. Corn, basketball, and Indy 500. Welcome. Welcome to Indiana. Thank you guys for coming to Indiana and enjoy. I'm your host. I'm your host, guys. I'm your host today. Welcome. Big tolerances. What the hell that mean? What that mean? Boy, y'all be using cold words. I want all my trolls. I want y'all to start sugarcoating stuff. Just be direct. I respect directness than little code words and stuff like that. Be direct. I will respect you a whole lot more if you be direct. But you love me. I want everybody to learn how to be direct. Yes, you can. Yes, you can be my sweetheart. Um,